Hello and welcome to College Algebra for Fall 2024. If you're new to Valencia, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. My name is Dr. Meredith Ratliff. You can call me Dr. Ratliff, you can call me Miss, Professor, whatever works for you. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the class and then we'll talk more about it in the first live session. So this is the syllabus, which you can find on the left menu, and I want you to read through it on your own. I'm just going to hit the highlights. So the best way to reach me is by Canvas or by phone, which should be text only. I just realized I have a little typo here. I'll fix that. If you have a quick question, texting might be the best way to go because I can answer it right away. I usually get messages from Canvas as a notification, but not always. It's been hit or miss lately. So texting is probably the fastest way to get a response. So Tuesday night we'll have our first live session. This is where we work through problems from the homework. You'll see in the modules you have instructional videos that kind of go over the basics of the material, but it doesn't go through the more advanced stuff that's going to get you through all of the homework. So that's what we do in the live sessions. So it would be best if you watch the module videos before coming to those, and then we'll work on kind of the putting it all together and the more advanced problems, and then that way you'll be ready for the homework. So let's see. I'll let you read through all of this. Oh, and we're gonna have live sessions Tuesday at 6, and then I also have office hours Friday at noon. Friday at noon is just free to pop in and ask questions or get help, and I'm available at other times as well. If you just message me, we can set up a time. For the textbook, whatever is listed in the bookstore is what you want. It's the My Math Lab for Sullivan. You can just get the My Math Lab code. It's got the e-text in it, so you don't need a separate textbook. If you want it, you can get it, but you don't need a separate textbook. All right, so let's you read through all of this. Grading is the important part, right? So we've got homework, we've got weekly checks, we've got projects, and then we've got 3 tests and a final. So we'll go through that a little bit more in detail when we look at the modules, but the homework will be due every week on Sunday. The weekly checks are kind of like easy problems that will give you feedback if you choose the wrong one, kind of like I would give you feedback if we were in class together and we were doing classwork. So that's a good place to kind of start and make sure that you understand the material, and then if you are good on that, then go to the homework. If you can't get through the weekly check, you're probably not ready for the homework. The projects are kind of like real-world applications. There'll be one about every 2 weeks. Don't wait until the last minute to do those. I will give you help on them, but I won't do them for you. I also don't want other people doing them for you. These are kind of like an extended homework problem that I want you to work out on your own, and I am willing to help. But I think you'll see how it works when you look at them. And then we've got 3 tests in the final. You can drop one of the 3 tests. I used to replace it with the final, and I found grade-wise it pretty much works out the same. I'll run it both ways, but it usually comes out to be the same thing. You cannot drop the final. It is cumulative, and everybody has to take it. Okay, so let's you read through the rest of this. There's a tutoring and help link there. If that does not work anymore, let me know. That's for online tutoring. You also have on-campus tutoring available that you can do. And the last thing I want to hit is academic honesty, because I have an issue with this the last few semesters. So please make sure that you're doing your own work under the rules of the course, not using outside tools when you're not allowed to use outside tools such as the tests. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit more about that when we get to honor lock for the tests a little bit later. But that's a big deal. Big deal. Academic honesty. It might have not been at other schools that you've attended, but it is in college. All right, quick look at the modules so you can see how it's laid out. So this video is going to be in the welcome videos here. I'll also post an announcement. Your Zoom links and recordings are going to be the second one down. So we'll have Zoom sessions every Tuesday night. I strongly encourage you to attend, but you're not required to attend. If you have something else that's going on Tuesday night, you have to work, whatever, I also post the recordings for you. Here are the projects. You can see they're kind of spread out throughout the semester. And again, we talked about those. Those are kind of like an extended homework problem that walk you through an application. All right, each week you're going to see the sections that we're covering, and you'll see my videos for those. You can also look in the Pearson text. The Pearson interface has section videos for each of these as well, and you can do those if you don't want to watch mine. Mine are kind of targeted to what we're going to cover and what's on the test, but the other ones are good too. And then you'll have your little weekly check. The first one is a review of basic skills, just to kind of give you an idea of what you might need to review before the class starts. So you don't have to cover any of the material. You can just jump in and do the review of basic skills. You can take that as many times as you want. So it's not about the grade, it's more about you knowing what you need to work on before the course starts. That is also going to count as our attendance for the first week, so please make sure you get that done by Friday so I don't report you as a no-show. All right, so you'll see each week is laid out like that, and then we're going to have reviews for each test, and we'll have each test. So they're marked in there. Please pay attention to those dates. If you're going to be out of town or something like that, you can take the test early, but you cannot take the test late. So make sure that you have those dates marked on your calendar. Okay, so that's the basic layout. Also in the welcome videos where this is going to be posted, it's going to tell you how to connect to Pearson. So adding MyMathLab, which is the Pearson interface for your homework. Even if you've done it before, it can be a little tricky, so it's not just like click and log in. The first time you connect can be a little bit tricky. You also have a 14-day free trial. It's a little bit hard to see, so here's a screenshot. That means that everybody should be able to get started with the homework. Don't fall behind because you're waiting on financial aid or you can't get your books yet. Everybody should be able to get in there. You've got a 2-week free trial, and you can make sure that you're not falling behind on the homework. All right, so I think that's about it. We'll talk more about stuff on our first session Tuesday night, but that kind of gives you a quick rundown of the course. And if you have any questions, please message me. And if you can't attend Tuesday night, please make sure you watch that video because I'll make sure I go over a few more course introduction things.